It's another raw video from your favorite YouTube scout, Draftrawthentic. Yes, I'm finally here making another video, and like I said, it's a raw one, so there will be no edits. Anyway, if you already know, I'm doing my 32 for 32 draft breakdown series, where I take 32 teams for 32 days and do a draft breakdown for each and every team in the NFL for the 2018 draft. So, if you're seeing this video, I've already done the AFC and NFC North. I've already done the AFC and NFC West. I'm on the East Coast, and I've already done the AFC East. So right now, I'm on the NFC East. And like I said, if you're seeing this video, I've already done the Giants, the Redskins, and the Cowboys. So we all know who's left. And that is the Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to my family in New Jersey that are Eagles fans. Shout out to my quote-unquote church kind of friends family from that I met at a Spanish church that are from Philadelphia and Jersey areas as well. Shout out to all of those people. You know, the Eagles finally won the Super Bowl. It was a great Super Bowl. I loved it. I was happy for each and every one of y'all. And I want to say, if it wasn't for Carson Wentz, they wouldn't have been there. I just want to put that out there. You know, I like Nick Foles. Nick Foles is one of my favorite quarterbacks coming out in the 2012 NFL draft. But if it wasn't for Carson Wentz is the beast. So, I just want to put that out there. But anyway, like I said, it's about the Philadelphia Eagles. It's about their draft. And they only have 5 picks, so hey, let's just get into it. Now, with their first round pick, they traded away with my Baltimore Ravens, right? And we end up giving them our second round pick from the next year, and a 4th round pick that year. To trade up to then go select Lamar Jackson. So then the Philadelphia Eagles then, you know, obviously drop back at the pick. Now I believe that the Eagles traded up. I forgot who they traded up with. It may have been the Seahawks, unless they traded their pick away. I'm not sure. But I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. And they went and they chose Dallas Goedert. Now, Goedert, this is a situation where I feel as though the Eagles, not to say that they made a mistake about doing this, because we're not going to sit there and say that, oh, this team, they should have drafted this person, not this person. But they did lose Trey Burton in free agency. So this situation of choosing Goddard kind of replaces him. The only thing that people really look at that's going to be kind of like, come on, guys, is that it's one of those things where you got Zach Ertz and you still got Brett Selleck. And Selleck is not a bad tight end. He's still a solid tight end. And now you put Goddard there. So you got 3 tight ends. You got like 3-4 receivers. I know you got rid of Torrey Smith, but you brought in Mike Wallace. You got Alshon Jeffrey. You got Nelson Aguilar. So they're still building on the weapons that they have. That's where it comes in, where it's just like, okay, y'all have a bunch of different weapons. I know that y'all just try to build more, but it's like, maybe y'all could have used another pick for that player. Maybe a situation of choosing a running back could have been something, but I think that they believe in Jay Ajayi and their young guy, Corey Clement, I believe. I could be wrong about that name, but, you know, it is what it is. But I will say this. I think Goddard was, to me, one of the most highly productive tight ends coming out of college. And I think that it can translate to the league. And I believe that you're getting basically another Zach Ertz type of dude, where you're getting a guy that can be a slot receiver as he is a tight end. Now, he's going to have to improve on being a blocker, but I think he does have the size to do it. You just have to teach him the technique to be. But that's to say that with Zach Ertz, he has to be taught too. And he still kind of struggles a little bit when it comes to that. So, which is why they still have Brett Selleck. But anyway, I think that is a solid pick. It's not the great pick, but it's definitely a solid pick. Then in the 4th round, they chose Avonte Maddox. And I'm not the biggest fan of Avonte Maddox. I think that he's just a speed guy. Actually, I don't remember if he, I'm kind of losing in my head if he was a punt and kick returner as well. I can't remember. But as a corner, I just thought that he was an okay corner. It was nothing really special about him. I believe that, you know, people may try to compare him to like a Perry Nicholson from Tulane that came out as well in this draft. and Perry Nicholson is like light years ahead of him as a corner. So I think that he's an okay player, but I don't think that he is that great corner. But I believe that this is more of a replacement for the slot receiver position. But as a fourth round, it's one of those things where it's more of like, we'll see if he can be a not slot receiver, a slot corner. We'll see if he can be a slot corner. So it is what it is. Then the next pick, they chose Josh Sweat. He has a knee injury, which is the reason why I dropped down. But I actually wasn't a big fan of Josh Sweat from Florida State, defensive pass rusher. But they do have a plethora of pass rushers anyway, so maybe it's not even that big of a deal. The next two picks are two different offensive linemen that one of them is a guy that never really played football, so I don't even know how good he is going to be as offensive lineman. So I'm going to actually skip the last pick. It doesn't even matter. While the other one, Matt Pryor, I actually didn't even watch. There was another offensive tackle for TCU named Joseph Noteboom, who I was a bigger fan, I was a fan of, and I thought that he was going to be an underrated left tackle. He got chosen by the Rams, which is a good choice. I didn't actually look at the other tackle, and Matt Pryor, I don't know what to say about him. I used two different websites to see who are these prospects, and he just never was on there. So I never got to watch any tape of him. Overall, like I said, this is 5 picks. It's kind of a boring draft. I don't know if this team actually improved, but I don't know if they decreased because they did so much of free agency as well. But it is what it is. I can't really give you much of what comes with this. I don't like Josh Sweat. I don't like Avonte Maddox. I don't know about the last 2 picks. And Dallas Goedert, I think he's a good player, but I don't know if it was the right choice. But at the same time, they want to build on their weapons, so it is what it is. Overall, I don't think that they had a great draft. I think they had a solid draft. Not even solid draft. I think they just had a draft where they're Super Bowl champions, and they feel as though with the moves that they made in free agency last year and this year, that they can still repeat and go back to doing what they're doing. So I think they just chose guys just for the heck of it to see, hey, what if one of these guys could possibly work out. But anyway, if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more draft breakdowns from me, please subscribe. And please hit that notification button to get more videos that I may come out with. I could be going live, you never know. And videos that I will be posting each and every day for this 32 for 32 series. If you didn't like what I had to say about the Philadelphia Eagles or the players that they drafted, please comment so we can debate. Share this video so other people can watch it, other people can comment, and we can all debate and we can build this big draft community. Once again, this is Draft Raw Authentic. I thank you for watching, and goodbye.